Breaking news that is sending shockwaves through the global tech industry. Nvidia is about to pour a staggering $150 billion every single year into Taiwan. And CEO Jensen Huang is calling the island nation the epicenter of the artificial intelligence revolution. Let that number sink in for just a moment. $150 billion per year. That is not a one-time investment, not a special fund, not a pledge made on a stage for applause. That is an annual commitment that rivals the GDP of entire nations, and it signals something enormous about where the future of artificial intelligence is being built and who is building it. Jensen Huang made this declaration with the kind of confidence that only comes from someone who has watched his company transform from a gaming graphics chipmaker into arguably the most strategically important technology company on the planet. Nvidia's chips, specifically its H100 and the newer Blackwell series GPUs, are the engines powering the AI models that are reshaping industries, governments, and daily life across the globe. And those chips, at every critical stage of their production, are deeply tied to Taiwan. Now here is why Taiwan is so central to all of this. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, better known as TSMC, is the world's most advanced chipmaker, and it produces the overwhelming majority of Nvidia's processors. Without TSMC's cutting-edge fabrication plants, Nvidia's vision for artificial intelligence simply does not exist. Huang's announcement effectively confirms what many industry insiders have long suspected, that the Nvidia-Taiwan relationship is not just a supply chain partnership, it is the foundational axis of the entire global AI economy. This announcement comes at a fascinating and deeply consequential moment in global geopolitics. The United States has been aggressively pushing to bring semiconductor manufacturing back to American soil, with the CHIPS Act funneling tens of billions of dollars into domestic chip plants. Yet here is Jensen Huang, the most powerful figure in AI hardware, doubling down on Taiwan rather than pivoting exclusively to American production. That is a statement in itself, a loud, clear, $150 billion statement. Huang's use of the word epicenter is particularly striking. Epicenters are where earthquakes originate, where the most powerful forces are concentrated. By applying that word to Taiwan in the context of AI, Huang is not just complimenting a business partner. He is drawing a map of global technological power, and Taiwan sits right at the center of it. For Taiwan, this commitment is both an extraordinary economic validation and an intensification of its already complex strategic position. The island is simultaneously the most indispensable technology hub on Earth and one of the most geopolitically contested territories in the world. Every billion that flows into Taiwan from a company like Nvidia deepens that contradiction, making the island more valuable, more watched, and more critical to every nation racing to dominate artificial intelligence. For competitors, for governments in Washington, Beijing, Seoul, and Brussels, this announcement is a wake-up call delivered at full volume. The race for AI supremacy is not being fought only in research labs and data centers, it is being fought in fabrication plants, in supply chains, in the relationships between companies like Nvidia and manufacturers like TSMC. And for the rest of us watching this unfold, the question worth sitting with is this: when one company's spending decisions in one territory can reshape the balance of technological and geopolitical power across the entire world, what does that tell us about who is really setting the agenda for humanity's AI-powered future?